Right, put different music on because I'm gonna get distracted. Did the jam send? Because sometimes it lies and tells me it has. No,
I have
it's
not
Not
not.
seeing it.
received
Oh,
a
it's
gem.
there. It's
There we
there.
go.
Oh, there we go. It's like I'm doing it, and then you have to actually open Messenger, and it's like, look, see, and I'm like, right, well, I did ask you to do that 10 minutes ago, but that's fine. I got it on my Fitbit. April's joined. That's lovely. Right then. Cool. April, are you good to record?
Yeah, it's recording right now.
Nice one. Excellent. I ain't got my notes. Let me get my notes up. That'll help on it. This is great because I can have my notes on one screen. But then everyone's joining.
Now I understand the stress you're under, Lauren.
Oh,
I know
bless
it's
you. Oh,
on, and I know it's working because I've tested it 7 times.
no.
Oh.
I was in this Discord very early from 7 testing it.
Oh, no.
And right now, I know it's working. I can see everything is working, but I'm like, it's not
Yeah.
working. It's not working. I understand.
Oh,
It's horrific, but I know it's
oh.
working.
If it is stressful, we can
No,
go
it's fine.
around it.
It's because I fucked the video side up last week. Now I'm like, it's fucking with me, but I'm not.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I've washed my hands of it.
I understand why.
Just want to blanket say I will still love all of you whether the recording works or not.
Aw.
Just want to put that out into the universe.
Yeah, it's a moral failing
Yeah.
in my eyes of myself.
Mm.
Um,
On my
cool.
gravestone will be she failed to record video on a certain day.
No.
No.
No, it's okay.
No, it won't. Cool. So here we go then. Session 46, penultimate session, guys.
Don't say that.
Oh, I know. Not forever, not forever. Um, but yeah, Circle of Stars, Montelejo. Last time, you arrived in Montelejo, after rejoining Omara with an O, outside La Grieta, the Rift base. There was a little bit of like Fenrir was a squirrel and had a note, and then great, Amara showed up because she got the note, and she was like, I didn't get the note, and then Fenrir was like, I gave the note to someone, which was fine. You just camped a little bit further away from La Grieta than you were maybe planning, watched the night a little bit. But after spending the night in some caves, you then arrived at Montelejo, which is where the Circle of Stars make their home in the Sierra Tretis. Um, and yeah, this is a mountain settlement. It's very rocky, very high up, surrounded by kind of snow-capped mountains. Very cold up here. Kind of, you all felt the effects, some more than others, of the kind of physical exertion of climbing these mountains in the cold. But once you got up there, you were presented with a large stone building with a kind of open roof almost, with a large telescope. But you then followed Omara with an O down into the network of tunnels and caves that is the actual settlement. Down here, I've actually found some pictures. So I might put them in the Facebook chat because I was like, I don't know what this looks like, and I'm the one that made it. So that's one. Oh my god, I can't get out.
Ooh.
There's some caves in, I want to say Turkey. I think these might be like AI, unfortunately, images that I found on Pinterest. I was trying hard not to find AI, but it's so difficult.
Viewers at
That
home,
like
we don't
based
support
on
AI.
it. We
Don't worry.
don't, and
Pinterest has been like fully taken over by AI. It's really upsetting to try and
Mm.
look for info
so
now.
so hard to tell what is AI and what is not. Um, Even that last one, I'm like, I simply don't know. But yeah, kind of tunnel cave network system, forming this I mean, this one's definitely the middle one, because there's some stairs going to nowhere. But I feel like it gives you the impression. Yeah, that is Montalejos. And you are downstairs, downstairs, underground, staying at the Telescope Tavern. Omara has said that she'll go and talk to the elders for you and to arrange a meeting, and she'll get back to you soon. But otherwise, the I suppose evening is yours. There's mushrooms that grow on the walls of these caves that like simulate in the way sort of that Twilight Rifflings do simulate what the night sky would look like outside. And currently, it's sort of a soft blue fading to pinky purple of plus for the afternoon. So yeah, you've got a few hours, you think, before Amara gets back to you. What would you like to get up to? What are you doing, April?
My first thought was someone's gonna eat these and it's gonna be Wrath.
Right, the mushrooms.
Raph looks at the shrooms.
It was the way you were like, the evening's your own, there's mushrooms, and I was like,
Shrooms. I go
I
and
dunno.
eat the shrooms. I'm gonna be ill.
Yeah, I mean, you can go and grab some of the mushrooms if you like. Scrape some off the wall.
They're gonna be average shrooms, aren't they?
Yeah, roll a Constitution save as you
Fuck.
eat them.
Well, here's a third.
I don't
death.
remember, but I feel like Wraith fell asleep at their table at some point in the evening.
Yeah, you're very tired.
The effect of the
Oh,
compliment,
yeah.
so she cannot be there stopping her brother right now.
What? Why
Hold
are you
on.
tired? I forgot why you're tired. What?
I failed my Constitution check. It's against the cold.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yes, you're like exhausted.
She's,
Exhausted.
she's
or something.
exhausted.
Fuck me.
She's fallen asleep in her corner at the tavern table.
Yeah.
I was gonna lesser restoration you, but it won't work, so I won't bother.
No, it's fine. Just
The
needs a good
thought was
kiss.
there though.
Yeah.
Tucky's like covered you with a jacket.
Oh.
That is a 16.
Yeah, you chew them and like it's slimy and rubbery, and kind of when you picked it off the wall, those like the kind of color, the light, the bioluminescence, I suppose, sort of faded as you kind of tore it away from the network of
Oh.
mushrooms it's connected to.
Now I feel bad.
Um,
There's a mushroom
and
community.
yeah,
I'm a
and they
murderer.
don't taste of much. They taste of like rock and dirt a little bit. But as you kind of chew, and how much do you think you eat? Like one? Like,
I really should have
and
deduced.
let's say they're sort of normal mushroom sizes, like chestnut mushrooms or whatever.
I have 3.
Cool. So
Oh,
you have
no.
like over a handful of mushrooms.
see what
And
the
yeah, it's
effect
like
is.
you couldn't possibly fit all these in your mouth at once, and you kind of eat it, chew it, go again. You're like, third time's the charm, and third time isn't the charm. They taste kind of fine. You wouldn't recommend. You probably wouldn't cook with them. But you don't feel like you're about to drop dead or anything.
Well, that took up some time. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Are we getting dinner? Did we already
think
get
we-
dinner?
I think we got
I
dinner.
think we ate.
We
Yeah.
ate dinner. Do
What
we
time
want
is
to?
it, Lauren?
What was that? Sorry.
What time is it?
It's about 4:30.
God, we've got fucking half the day. Is there any exploring to be done? Is there like anywhere we can go? Or are we
Uh,
just
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
explore the kind of. It's not a city. It's not that big, but kind of town. There's like a post office and stuff you saw as you passed. That we talked about before, and there'll be shops and things. Yeah.
I don't want to leave Wraith passed out at the table by herself.
Wake her up.
Wake up! I gently prod Wraith before I can think better of it. Hey, hey.
Just 5 more minutes.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
It's
Raph leaves.
Toki. we're going on a walk.
Oh,
Do you want to come, or are you gonna go
Definitely.
up to bed?
not the same dream I was having. Okay. Um, no, we're going on a walk. Where's it? Where's Raph?
I've walked off. As soon as he said this, I was like, hell
He's
no, I'm out of this situation. I am not listening to this.
he's making a head start.
Okay. How long was I out?
Only
Ray's like
like,
wiping like the sleeve stains off her face from where she like cushioned her face.
only like 10 minutes. We thought we'd let you rest, but then didn't want to leave you unattended in a random tavern.
No, I'm rather surprised I fell asleep in the first place. All right, where are we going?
I want to go to the post office, and I think we were just gonna have a wander around and see what's here.
Shocking. You want to go to the post office? Never would have occurred to me.
I got a lot of posts to send and receive.
Popular man.
Really?
Wraith will swig what's left of her coldish soup
Yep.
and
Nice.
stand to join the others.
Nice one. Cool. So you head out. We'll do the post office first. It's a couple of levels above where you are. You take these long winding stairs up there. Oh yeah, post office.
I have 2 postcards I'd like to send, please.
Cute.
Both to Svalovaniko.
Yay. What class would you like to send? Third class is it will travel 4 days. Over 100, like 100 miles will take 4 days. First class is half a day, over 100 miles, and then second class is in the middle.
Would you second? I'm not
Ooh.
that fussed about them getting there that quickly,
Yeah.
honestly. I'm like, the more I can put them off asking what I'm doing, the better.
Excellent. So that is 2 gold pieces.
Perfect. Thank you.
What's on their postcards? Have you written them out yet? As in, like, I assume Toki has, but yeah.
Yeah, Toki wrote them in Allende Prados,
Yeah.
because they're sort of vaguely written. It's mostly just like, thank you for my presence. This is where I am and what I'm doing. But it might have one last revision before
No, cool.
I'll send it over to you.
That's all right. Awesome. So yeah, 2 gold pieces. Total. To send those off, so that gets all stamped and sent off and posted and everything.
Great. And Luca, you weren't going to send your threatening postcard anymore, were you? But did you?
No, well, what did we decide? We were going to
Were we
say
going to
like,
see if we could find someone to scry on
Yeah,
your
oh shit, yes, I
presence?
the
forgot that
scry.
bit.
That whole
Okay,
thing.
yeah, we'll figure out the scrying situation first.
And threatening postcard is a backup.
Yeah, I'll write the threatening postcard as a backup. Uh, do they sell postcards? Because not postcards, envelopes that fit my postcard. Because if I do send a threatening
Oh, you're
postcard, I need
enveloping
it
it
to not
now.
be
Nice
visible.
one. Excellent. Yes, yeah, they do. Yeah, that'll be like for a pack of 10 for 3 silver.
Lovely, thank you. I'm gonna buy myself 10 envelopes. I've got to start
9 envelopes left.
buying a bunch of postcards to send people or writing letters. Is that
Now.
3 silver? Sorry.
Yes.
Fabulous, thank you.
Now it's just glue that's stopping the mafia. It's fine.
Yeah. One more barrier.
Mhm.
Lovely.
Would the post office have like a scrying service so that you would like know if you didn't know where someone was, so that you could like find where to send a letter to them or something?
Um, if you ask, yeah, if you ask, they'll say that's not something they offer. It's something that the post office does like internally, but GDPR, they don't offer it out. However, the kind of person at the desk will sort of say, we are in Montelejo. There's the druids, mostly concerned with divination. So there probably are people around who could do this for you. There's an enchantment and magic shop a few streets away. If they can't do it for you, they may be able to point you in the proper direction of someone who can.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course.
And at that, I think Wrath is running off to the magic shop party.
And the bell rings. He's have a fucking bell.
Yeah, I guess we're all heading there.
Yeah,
Let's
nice.
go.
Have we
Cool,
long
so
rested?
yeah,
Sorry, I interrupted you. My bad. My bad.
not no, you're good, mate. Not since you got here, but you have like traveled. You've done one long rest since La Grieta.
I got one spell left. Let's go.
Woo! Well, did you use stuff like today? Because you have long rested since La Grieta. Like,
We slept
Oh,
in
we
that
have.
cave.
I thought you meant.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Wonderful,
And then we woke up and Ilfa was gone,
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Okay.
which we all
nice, nice.
decided collectively just not to worry about.
She's probably fine.
We were just like, she does whatever Ilfa does.
She gave
We
me
are not
hat
trusting
things.
Ilfa.
Oh, that reminds me, actually, while we were talking about Ilfa, I picked something up for you, Wrath, and I never gave it to you.
For me?
What? Yeah,
When?
I got advances in the conjuration teleportation from Vidal's office,
Exciting.
and I'll
He,
dig
like,
around in my
jumps.
pack, and I will hand it over to Wrath.
Let's go. He looks like a child, like it's Christmas. He's jumping down. Could you send me the name of the book?
Yeah, I've got it if you want it.
Oh, yes, please.
Bum, bum, bum. I wonder if I added it to my books library. I can add that. I've got a list of things to do.
It's the one
Summer
um
library.
about that we got from Cecilia's that Ray said she'd give to me that we discovered the other day.
Excellent. More room in this backpack. I could use it at this point. I'll
Do
start
we?
fishing them
Do
out.
we?
I've got
Does
the names.
anyone know the name of? You've got the name. Okay.
I've got the
thank you.
names. I'll send them to you. I'll put them on the
Thank
group
you.
chat.
Thank you.
I've forgotten my glasses. Can't see anything. Academic text, they all belong to Toki. Advances.
Oh, yeah.
There you are. That's yours. Wrath.
Let's
and
go.
then
I miss
while I'm
Tense's
here,
fucking disc.
while I'm here, Steph, what's the or is that you sending it on?
That
the
was me
chat?
sending. I'd taken pictures when we were doing the rewatch.
Cool. Nice. I might actually have added more detail. Could you just let me know what they are?
Yeah. It was Visions of a Saint, personal accounts of divine messages.
That's the one Toki wants.
Oh.
No, don't worry. I ain't written them down. I'll do that later.
I put them. I put the screenshots in the group chat.
Yeah.
The
Does
receipts.
anyone have complete planar movement complete planar movement using weave resonance? Do we own that, or did I just make it and then you didn't find it?
I don't.
Never heard of it.
It doesn't ring a bell to me.
Nice.
I don't.
You didn't find it.
So.
Cool. I should add a column to be like they have it or they don't. That's fine. Right, we were in a magic shop. I cannot. This is so dumb. I cannot begin to tell you how less stressful DMing is when I'm not recording my screen. It's
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
kind of insane.
secrets. Oh shit, yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I can Google what would be in a magic shop, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, I'm sorry
Um,
we didn't change it earlier. Sorry.
You know, it took me 46 sessions, but it's better than it taken 47.
Mm.
So,
Before the
yeah.
break, we changed.
Yeah,
we
I'm like,
did it.
I'm having fun. But
For the first time.
not like that, not like that.
Just with you persevering for a year if you weren't
Yeah.
having fun.
Being like, it'll get better. No, not like that at all. But yes, we're in a little magic shop. And I feel like there's not too much, I don't know, like individualism to all the shops and buildings down here, because it's just carved into stone. But this has the sign of. Actually, everyone roll a. Ooh, roll a. It's not Arcana.
Damn it.
Roll like a nature check for me.
Ooh.
So
And
close.
Toki, do it at advantage.
Ooh. I rolled the same thing twice.
Yay.
Oh fuck yeah.
Load.
I always think nature's wisdom, and it never is. I mean, it's
I
not
know.
quite
It's
like
like
a
Is it
a
not?
little
I was
bit, isn't it?
expecting it to have
Intelligence.
bad nature, but
Yeah, I
Oh.
suppose it's like having the intelligence to know what mushroom to eat rather than being like vibes based. Oh no, Wraith. Wraith's tired.
Great. He's having a bad day.
Who
You
do
need
you
half
know?
sleep still.
It's been a big day. It's been a big day. Everyone actually, apart from Wraith, that was quite a difficult check, succeeds. And as you come to this magic shop that you've been given directions to, you see that there's a sign outside, and with kind of a stone sign that's got carvings into it. And it's a series of stars forming a constellation that you all recognize as the witch, which you're then like, oh, that is a sign of Unalma. And then Toki can then take over and be like, Unalma isn't actually associated with magic, but witch, magic, they're good enough. And as you kind of look around, you see that almost every single building in Montelejo and, a lot of just the walls and for decoration are also inscribed with constellations just carved into the walls. Your own tavern called the Telescope has one of the series of stars that form the telescope, which is Najima's symbol, associated with kind of like sleep and dreams. Makes sense for a tavern. But yeah, you notice that about the place you're in, apart from Wraith, as you head on into the shop. And as you kind of push through, there's not really a door, it's more just sort of like a curtain. And you kind of push through, go in there, and it is just like chaos in here. It's less magic shop and more someone has like a hoarder's issue and was like, I might as well try and sell some of it. And it is like rickety shelves, like all mismatched sort of stuff. They were like, oh, I need a table to put this on. I'm just gonna grab one. Like if I see it on the street, it's whatever. It's so hard to see what is in here. There's one section of like commonly asked for items. So there's a few spell scrolls, a few potions, which you'd all recognize as potions of healing. But otherwise, it is like not, but like, I'm gonna live quiet. Okay. Like shelves with just trinkets with no space in between them, like dust all behind and covering them because you cannot clean this. Just everything lined up. There's like flashing lights from some things, there's whirring noises, some things kind of levitate. There seems to be kind of like a salt and pepper shaker that I seem to be having some sort of fight in the corner on one of the yeah, you find this very chaotic place.
So much to see, so much to look at. Wrath's overstimulated. He doesn't know what to do.
Going into lush and instead of smell, it's visual.
Ray's gonna lean back on if there's a spare bit of wall next to the door. If not, she's leaning on the door frame itself.
Yeah, I think it would be the door frame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's just leaning back on the door frame, rubbing her
nice.
forehead at the overstimulation.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
And Wrath,
Yeah.
kid in a candy shop.
Yes, yeah. Like even on the windowsill, there's like stuff, piled along. And for this, and because it's fun, I've got a trinkets table that we can
Oh.
roll on. See what we get.
I was gonna say, can I have a look at the trinkets?
Of course
Thank
you
you.
can. So, can you roll me a d10, please?
Ooh,
Go, Luca, go.
I got a 1.
Nice. And then roll me a d100.
Ooh.
Both. Goodness me.
I got a 41.
41.
Change that d10.
So, you find just kind of looking around, the first thing that you glance at is what looks to be kind of a torn piece of cloth or silk that seems to kind of have been part of a larger banner or flag, something like that. It just has like the tiniest corner of some sort of symbol there. But yeah, you kind of, as you kind of go over and hold it, it seems to kind of magically flutter in a breeze that doesn't exist.
Can I tell what the symbol that's on it is?
Roll a. Roll a. Like a world check.
General
History,
trivia.
maybe?
I can do history. That's a 23.
Nice. I'm going to say that you recognize this as to be like the logo of a very large kind of like corporate organization, sort of thing. It's like no one seems to know what they do. They just own a lot of things.
Steady
What was that?
Steady Bards.
Yes, yeah, it's a little bit like that. It's Plamazon, and it seems to be the kind of rip of a logo or flag of that. Actually, talking of organizations, did I ever tell you what the organization that owned La Grieta was called? Hey, because I did name
I
it
think we
after the
found
second.
out.
Sure.
I think you saw the word, and then I was like, the word does not exist yet. So I'll give that to you now while I remember. It was
I
when
left
you're
a
on.
space for it somewhere.
Aw.
Oh.
I wrote loads about it. I then wrote paragraphs and paragraphs. Oh yeah, nice. Bloody hell, not correct. Jesus Christ, nope. Right, there we go. That's the name of the people that fund, own, whatever, run La Grieta, the Bagheri Foundation.
Oh. I know it's been
Mm.
a few days, but does Bagheeri ring any bells to me as a name,
Yes,
possibly?
yes. So please roll, history check for me. And probably considering your background, yeah, advantage.
Thank you.
Guidance.
Yeah, cute, sure.
Oh, there.
No, wait, you don't have guidance,
Oh
do
my
you? You said that as
Wait,
a
you
joke.
don't have
You said that as a
guidance.
joke. I'm
I
like,
couldn't believe you agreed.
it's such a good little handy spell.
What? Cowbell?
Yeah, how long until you were gonna say, "Oh, I don't actually had that"?
I thought you
'Cause you're
were
like,
being sarcastic. I was
no.
like, what?
I was like, yeah, I had a D4, and then go for it, mate.
It was a 16.
16. Yeah. So I think that you recognize the name Bagheeri, and it takes a little minute, and we'll say that you've been mulling it over a few days. So standing here in this shop, you look at the Plamazon flag, and you're like, oh fuck, Bagheeri. So they are a very, very, very rich family from Ostajan, and I think that you would know about them because people like your father would have hated them. There's this sort of not centuries old because Osajan only very recently came to money as a country. Mainly after the Rift, they like are very sort of Silicon Valley vibes, like a lot of new technology, innovation coming out of there. It's less old money and more new money. But Petrain, being the kind of place that values old money, really doesn't like Osajan in that respect. And so people like your father would have hated people like the Bigiri family who just made loads of money. Just own. And yeah, the Bagheeri Foundation is part of a larger kind of subsect of just everything the Bagheeri family is involved with. And it being a foundation, you kind of are like, it's some sort of charitable organization funded by probably the Bagheeri family or their kind of corp um, to kind of, yeah, fund various causes. You haven't heard of the Bagheeri Foundation specifically, but the name Bagheeri rings a bell.
Right.
And rings that bell.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Well, while I've got corporations swimming around my head at the view of the Plamazon logo,
Yeah.
I will share that information with the team. Hi, Izzy.
Hey, Izzy.
Hello.
We've just been thinking
Hello.
about who owned La Grieta because I forgot to tell you all. It's a place called the Bagheeri Foundation, which Luca remembers some things about.
Ray's head will hit the door frame as she leans back and she says, I miss Ostajan. It was so nice there.
Yeah. You're in a magic shop, by the way, Izzy, forgot to say, in that Druid city. Sujan is nice. Kind of inspired by like Morocco and like 1920s Monte Carlo.
Oh.
Like the start of Rebecca.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Brother, do you remember how warm it was? It was warm
I
all the time.
recall you enjoying it, yes.
It's dry heat.
Not really my thing.
It was excellent.
But yes, Anyone else want to have a little look around this magic shop? And Izzy, it's sort of like a trinkets galore place, this little shop.
I'll have a look at the trinkets. And also, how much are the healing potions that we can see?
Took this earlier. So healing potions, I believe, are 15 gold pieces each.
1 5 or 5 0?
1 5, because they used to be 60, 60. And then I was like, that is quite a lot of money. No, they're 20.
20.
200 quid, 200 quid, instant heal.
Quite
like
a
food
lot.
for them.
I do have one, and I also have spells. I'll leave it. If someone else wants to buy one, they can. Lucas like, I'll just cast Cure Wounds on you.
Toffee like picks it up, looks at the bottom of the price, and is like,
He's like, no, thank you. I'm saving my money.
yeah.
But I will have a look at the trinkets like Luca was looking at.
Nice. Yes, please do. So roll me a d10, please.
Go. That's a 10.
Nice one. Mouse there is. And then roll me a d100, please.
Ooh, that. Wait, so that will be a 0.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh.
What'd you
I'm
get?
confused. I got 60.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, I got really confused because there's a rabbit, and I was like, that's a 10, but it's a 10 on the D10, so that's 60.
Yeah. Oh, well. So you find a. Let me see what these look like to describe them. I'm very fond. You find a stuffed doll, and it is obviously looks like what it is in the way that Wicket looks like a bear. You know, like cute version. This is a stuffed Oni, and an Oni is, I think, technically a kind of hag. This like half giant-ish blue monster from just the depths of your nightmares, just like glowing eyes, some horns, long arms, talons, white hair. Not nice people, but this is kind of a cute cuddly plush version. Um, and yeah, it has kind of this weird, creepy smile, and one of the kind of button eyes seems to be missing.
Lucky wrinkles his nose at it and puts it back on the shelf and walks away.
Love it.
Not your type of bedfellow, Toki.
No, I'm not really interested in stuffed toys.
No, I can understand that.
Always felt a bit too old for them, even when I was a child.
Yes, and that one's particularly charming.
Yeah, it's not exactly a mouse, is it?
No, you had a mouse.
No, that was the first small, cute creature that wasn't a rabbit that I could think
Insight
of.
check.
We're so
Insight check.
desperate for Toki crumbs that we fucking interrogate on a mouse.
There's 16.
That was genuinely Chloe being like, I can't say bear because Lauren said bear, and I can't say rabbit because Toki's a rabbit. What's another woodland creature?
That's fair.
Toki is very much telling the truth about not being interested in stuffed animals. He never had one as a child.
Sounds sus.
If that Wraith can agree.
I say as I'm saying here, clutching a frog.
Yeah, I've got an axolotl, so.
Yeah, it's like the thoughts of our characters do not represent who we are as people.
No, Toki and I are not similar at all.
No.
No, I don't know any similarities between the two of you.
No, none.
Right, what are people doing in this little shop?
Trinkets.
Yay, roll d10. I don't know if this is Steph. I know you make us roll something and then roll something else. I don't know if I'm on the same table, but it determines what like book or source vibe I guess it comes from, and then it's like on the 100.
I've got a 0 on
Might be
D10.
the same one.
So that's 10.
Oh, well, yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
the dangerous table for me.
How was it?
Why am I wrong?
If it is the same one.
Bloody hell, some of this, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one for the wild boar on the witch light is 10.
No, different source. I think different
Right.
tables, but similar vibe.
63? That's almost what Toki rolled, isn't it?
That is almost what Toki
Yeah.
rolled. Have you got 60?
I did, yeah.
63.
You're gonna get some weird hag. Let's go.
This is how my players got well of many worlds.
We can just like lay out this map and a fucking portal to who knows fucking where opens. And my character's not allowed to use it, which is boring.
That sucks.
That sounds about right. That trait all your characters have, Lauren, of
I
keep
think
this
so.
thing away from the.
Yeah, I think potentially, yeah. It's like, why can't I wear a stolen crown in public? But yes, anyway, you find it is a teeny, would probably fit on that stuffed Oni, executioner's hood.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
Would it fit Jeff?
I was about to say, would it fit Jeff or Fenrir?
I don't think it would fit. No, it would like.
What
fit
if Fenrir's a
Tyreek.
I was
Squirrel.
about to
Yeah,
say.
Fenrir is a squirrel, 100%.
I'm not gonna do a squirrel because I
Get
think
him back.
he might kill me.
Get it back.
But I will cast by familiar as.
Yeah.
a mouse.
I'm looking at the familiar list. Frog is one of them. I will die before I make
Frog.
Fenrir a frog. No, it's not happening.
I mean,
Would a cat
Not a
work?
frog in an executioner's hood.
Frog in a- no,
You're working
that's even
through your
darker.
trauma.
No,
Yeah,
I
you're confronting your
refuse.
fears.
I refuse.
Toki learns find familiar so that he can just conjure hundreds of frogs in executioner's hoods.
Wrath will leave. Wrath will
Wrath just
actually
dies
leave.
again. Zariel's like, how are you back again? Half attack.
Well, I don't know. Would Fenrir mind being a cat? I feel like he wouldn't like it.
I'm happy for you to choose kind of whatever. It doesn't have to be on the table if you want.
A smaller
long
dog.
A chihuahua.
A Pomeranian.
no.
They're
I think
so angry.
Glazier's hellhounds are some form of.
They are, aren't they? They are. Yeah. Obsessed. Yeah. So does Fenrir appear as a Pomeranian?
Yeah, a black Pomeranian. Let's fucking go.
Insane.
Really
Red eyes.
cute.
Executioner's head on you, Fenrir. Let's go. Bequeath my son.
Yeah, Fenrir appears, kind of bristles and shakes himself, and then next thing you know, has a little executioner's head put on him, and he's like, "Oh, it's all gone dark."
It looks great on you. Strut, Fenrir. Let's go.
He's like wandering around bumping into shit. It does fit. You'd have to wiggle it a little bit.
Right.
He's like pawing at it.
I'll stretch. Don't worry. I'll make it bigger.
I'm little eels.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put him
Um,
on Wraith because Wraith seems a bit worse for wear right now.
I'll just cradle him in my arms. I'm just
Yeah.
standing, leaning against the door.
He's very like, he's like, am I a fucking squirrel again?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't know what form he is.
It's not your best look, darling. And she'll just ruffle him over the hood.
He's like when a cat or something doesn't want to be picked up and is just like as a board, just like not, yeah, not content.
I'll put him down at my feet.
It just continues to just not move and is like very still. This isn't happening.
Oh no. He hates me.
It's sort of reciting his bloodline to himself.
I come from a long line of wolves. This would never happen.
Exactly. Proud. Yeah. But yeah, and as you're kind of repositioning the hood on Fenrir's head, a human will come out kind of from the back room and kind of like look at what you're doing and say, if you want to dress your dog up in the things from my shop, you will just have to buy them before you leave. Just by the way.
How much is the hood?
I think the hood would be 9 silver pieces.
Ooh, I'm running a little low on funds. I was not aware of this policy. I grabbed the hood off of Fenrir. Be like, I'm gonna put it back. I'll clean it. Prestidigitation. And back it goes.
Oh, very good. They go like, yay, at the magic.
Do you have like any? I assume you do have magic items for sale, but you know
Well, yeah,
Anything
every
of-
single thing here.
everything here. Goodness, that's too much. What about the salt and pepper shakers that were fighting each other?
Oh, she'll go over and just separate them onto different shelves.
Hmm.
These are for sale. They come as a pair. They cannot bear to be parted. You can't tell from it, but
Oh, it's an enemies to lovers situation. Damn.
very much so.
Okay, I like that. Is it- I don't even know where to begin. There's so much in here. Do you have any like magic ink, please?
Yes, for writing in spell books. Yes, of course I do.
How much does that go for?
So you would just pay 50 gold for like one
Mm-hmm.
lot. And then if it was a necromancy spell or whatever, it would be like you could use that for 2 spells. And then I've learned recently that it's 50 gold per level. So if you were learning like a 5th level spell, you'd need 250. Right. I
I'm
panicked.
terrified. What the fuck?
There's a lot in it, and
Yep.
especially considering that I'm quite stingy with my little currency system. That's quite a lot of money. But there you go, 500 quid for one 1st level spell. Well, actually, that's way too much money. I'm gonna add that to my summer list.
So like a 5th level spell would need like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
50 quid.
Rath's gonna have an existential crisis learning that in the fucking magic.
It's all right. Lauren's gonna fix it over summer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm adding
yeah.
it to my list.
We get an economy revamp by the time we
That's
come
what I'll
back.
say. Economy.
In this
That's
economy.
to correct it to women. Economy. What? There we go. Revamp.
Very proud of this page so far. It's got stars. It's got
My
mushrooms.
goodness.
It's gonna be so cute.
That's good.
I don't think
Cool.
I'm gonna barter her down from 50 to 30, which is all I have. So
Yeah,
Wrath
it's
is
kind of
done
something
here.
you can't really like barter for
I
because
know.
it's just sort of it's the same way that
I'll give you
300
20
for
gold.
diamonds is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand it. It's fine.
you get it.
Toki will wordlessly hand you
No,
20 gold and walk
no,
away.
Toki, come back, Toki.
He's done it. I've done it.
No.
I've removed it from my inventory.
I run back. I put it in his pocket.
The human's like, and then we have this color ink. Oh, he's gone.
I'll be back, maybe. Toki, come back here.
Just take it. It's
No.
fine. I don't need it.
I slid it back into your pocket. Not the first time my hand's been in your pocket. Anyway, moving on. Fenrir, come here. Let me cry my sorrows into
Fenrir.
you.
Trots over in his little Pomeranian form.
We're too broke these days, Fenrir. I miss the old days.
He's like, these are dark days.
I
indeed.
can't even get you premium food anymore.
You could if you accepted people's money.
No!
That was giving you money.
Yeah, but that's the one you wanted to. In
Come on,
telepathically,
he knows my
telepathically,
name.
I'm talking to Fenrir, and I'm like, isn't that the one you wanted to kill like yesterday?
I'll take his money instead.
I won't accept your money, but Fenrir will accept your money.
Fenrir turns and holds out a paw.
Oh, Fenrir, you're so cute. Of course you can have my money.
Bad word.
Bite
Trigger
the
word. Trigger word for Fenrir.
All his hair stands on.
He does not know that Fenrir hates him. I will give Fenrir 20 gold.
This
Nice.
tiny Pomeranian paw.
Yeah, yeah. You have to like layer it.
I'll get Fenrir a little pouch and then like tie it round
Nice.
the collar.
Nice. Yeah,
got 20
nice.
gold.
Fenrir's got 20 gold pieces.
For his premium dog food.
He has almost as much as me.
He's got more than Ray.
He's fucking rich.
The richest dog to ever do it.
Mm.
But yeah. Is anyone else buying anything? Having a look at anything?
Ray's got her eyes closed as her head's tilted back on the door frame.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But yes. This also would be the place where you could ask for scrying stuff, by the way, as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I just want to make sure everyone's done the shopping first.
So polite.
Done.
Right. I will approach the guy, the person.
Mhm.
And I will say, the the person at the post office said that you might be able to help with scrying.
Yes, I can. For a fee, I'm able to locate someone. I do have to ask who and why. It can be a little bit dicey. I just like to check as best I can that you're not going to hunt them down. We've had that
I,
trouble
it,
before.
Quite the
it would
opposite.
it would be my brother's, one of my brothers. We've been separated for a while, and I don't know where he is. I'm just trying to
Ah,
find him.
of course. Could you just roll a persuasion check for me?
Of course.
Yeah, excellent. The DC is
Uh,
3.
18.
Damn.
They're like, yeah,
Is that
She's
please
like, I
go
have
ahead.
that
to
makes
ask,
sense?
but I don't care about the
But I don't care what
answer.
the answer is. Just on a form, be like, tick, I asked.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, can you fill out this form and just say that, sign here and say that I did my due diligence? Um, right. I am going to say, how much money do you have?
I have 21 gold and 9
Okay.
silver.
How are we all so poor?
The thing is, Lookie's got 120 gold.
We gave it
I
all
have
to those
60 gold, and I
people.
gave most of it to Luca like 2 days
Oh
ago.
yeah, so
So I don't
Luca's got
understand
more.
how.
You got more than
Oh,
that,
that
Luca.
I'm not touching that. Luke is not touching that.
Oh,
That's not counted towards the money that I'm using for anything else. It's the money that he's trying to figure out how to give back without offending
oh.
Alanis.
You
Um,
can't. She'll
Rafe
I
has
eventually
know.
go through
13
it.
gold.
But yeah, I feel like I gave it all when we were paying back for Wrath and Wraith
Mm.
being brought back from the dead.
Good times had by all.
Yeah.
I'm practically
Yeah.
naked because of that. I do not agree.
Mm.
Um, I will say that this will cost 10 gold pieces.
Okay. I'm gonna like huddle up with the guys and be like, do you think maybe should we ask the druids first if they could maybe do it for not 10 gold pieces? And then if they can't do it for not 10 gold pieces, we can come back and I
I
can
mean,
part with 10 gold pieces.
You need 10 gold pieces because I can give you 10 gold pieces.
No, I
Yeah, I
have
can
a
give you
10
10
gold
gold
pieces.
pieces.
I just feel like if I can go and get a thing done for not a 10 gold pieces, then I don't have to give this guy 10 gold pieces.
can get it done for free, then why not try?
Why does Fenrir have 10 gold pieces?
Socky just gave it 20!
Because I gave him 20 gold
Just
pieces
have
thinking
it!
that Wrath would take it from him, and Fenrir's just running around with it in a
Yeah.
little pouch round his neck.
Fenrir hears Luca be like, "Does Fenrir have any?" And Fenrir's like, "Hmm, ooh, no, sorry,
I don't
not
understand common all
Fenrir."
of a sudden. Yeah,
How many smells is Fenrir being assaulted by in this shop?
To be fair, many. Yeah,
Mm.
D100 smells.
right, I'll send back to the guy.
Mhm,
Thank you very much. We have some things to do first, but
mhm.
I will maybe come back
Okay,
before we leave.
cool. I will leave you with this form. Just fill out as much
Oh,
as you want, and
uh-huh.
yeah, just come back here whenever the shop is not closed.
Great. When is the shop closed? I don't want to come back tomorrow and you're
You
closed.
know, no, we're open tomorrow. We close
Okay.
in an hour, and then shop times, normal shop time.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Cool. Um,
Cool.
are you guys finished in the magic shop? Was there anything in particular you wanted to go to next? It's, I'd say, walking, mooching, exploring the city. It's been maybe 2 hours.
Are there any other like particular shops around?
Not unless there's one specific you want.
Loki doesn't really want for much.
Aw.
So yeah.
I'm probably going to regret asking because I feel like it's going to be out my price range. But is there anywhere that sells arrows?
Ooh, yeah, for sure. You find a shop with a constellation of, let's just go with the bear, which is the symbol of Yorick. To do with kind of protection, less about sort of like hurting, but more sort of it's a weapon shop, being like defend yourself. And yeah, there are some fancy arrows for sale here. Let me have a look. Ooh. Ooh. So yeah, you find some that appear to be kind of cheaper, a bit more like not gimmicky, but just they don't do like damage, let's say. So you find one called a lit bolt. Is it like bolt, or do you use a short bow or a
I have
crossbow?
a short bow.
Bolt. So it's a lit arrow then, which casts the spell light wherever the arrow lands. There's one called the whoosh arrow, which makes a whoosh noise when you fire it, and it's the whoosh of like a human saying the word whoosh whenever you fire it. There's a firework arrow, which is a bit more expensive. The whoosh arrow is the cheapest, and then the lit arrow, and then the firework arrow. When you fire it and it hits its target, it explodes into a firework and deals 2d6 fire damage. Um, Different fireworks, all shapes and colors. Um, there, it there's a very expensive arrow, and there's only two of these, called a crocodile arrow, which turns into a crocodile when it hits
Yeah.
its target and clamps down on it. Um, yeah,
Um. Hmm. How much are the lit and firework arrows?
so I'll say the lit arrows are 5 gold pieces for one of the lit arrows, and then 10 for one of the firework arrows.
Okay, noted. Luke is going to do the thing where he looks very interested in everything that's
Mm,
happening in the shop and then turns on his heel and walks out.
love it. I have found a very cool source book for arrows. So,
There's so
lads,
many things
Yeah.
that have really cool arrows.
yeah, lads, there's one called the frog arrow.
Oh my god.
Your target must succeed a wisdom save or be polymorphed into a frog. Could
Uh,
you fucking imagine? Oh, it's the
And
bark
then
arrow!
Wrath just kills it on sight.
Wrath is the frog.
I'll counterspell that shit. I'm not having that. Do they have literal fireworks? If they're firework
Yeah.
arrows,
Sure, why not?
how
Yeah.
much are the fireworks?
Oh gosh, how much do fireworks cost? Do fireworks
Fenrir, I
cost
have an idea, my friend.
real life? I mean, you know, £2 for one. No,
Fuck
sorry, 2 gold for
yes.
one firework, like a little firework.
For a
Oh,
big one, what do we say?
for a big one,
Oh dear.
10 gold,
Mm.
which is like a end of firework display.
Oh. Wrath does it! Take a look at do that shit!
Brilliant. Yeah, you have a end of firework display box of fireworks.
Wait until I use this.
What?
Like the climax of a fireworks display level.
Yeah,
Oh, I love you, Lauren.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. This is so good.
it's 100 quid's worth of fireworks. So, and I've just found a thing that's like, if we break down the cost, you're spending less than £8 on a firework. So there we go. It's a lot. Cool. Anything else? Any other kind of place that people would like to have a look at?
Is there a bookshop?
Yeah, there is a bookshop. Yeah, you wander in. It's just kind of over 2 floors, sort of mezzanine situation. And you go in, and there's the Firbolg who's just kind of quietly reading, looks up and smiles, and looks back down at what they're doing. And yeah, it appears to be kind of there's some secondhand stuff, a few new stuff. Looks to be they maybe get their stock from people who are coming through and trading things. There's proper array of
Ooh, can I look for Rastami's book anywhere?
draw an investigation check.
Not very good. 15.
You can't find it, no. You're like Arthur Rostami, you're looking kind of the astronomy section, and then you kind of look at the sort of, I don't know, extraterrestrial, extraplanar stuff.
Yep,
You don't find anything, yeah.
that's fine. I thought that was a long shot.
Mm.
Have a look in the second hand. Is there anything like interesting in there?
Yeah, roll me a d8.
6.
Cool, and then could you please, oh, nice one, roll me a d6, please.
D6. 6.
Nice. You find a book, which seems to be like a collection of tales, which is called Children's Tales of Death and Hugs, which seem to be a collection of very like fun, tongue-in-cheek, sort of reworked fairy tales where half the time the protagonist just horrible.
Oh, how much is it?
I'll say that's 4 silver pieces.
I will buy that for my sister, and I'm annoyed because I've just been to the post office, so she can wait a while to get sent it. But
love
I
it.
will buy it.
Nice. Which sister is it for?
Daisy.
Nice. I'll put in the chat what it's all about. There we go. Yeah, you find that and you pay for it. Anybody else?
Ew.
Are
Uh,
there... Oh, sorry.
you go first.
Thank you. Are there any books that Luca can hunt down about the train?
The train. Yeah, roll me a d8 because I think it's pretty easy to find sort of geography, history, whatever section.
7.
7. You find a book which seems to be. You know what? Roll me an intelligence check.
Alrighty. That's a non-nat 20.
Nice. This seems to be self-published, not peer-reviewed. It's called The Fall of the Empire, and seems to be talking about a Petranian empire that was just like the opulence of this amazing empire that crumbled and fell. It talks about some corrupt king. And as you kind of flick through it, there are some sections that seem to be written in code. Yeah. On the back it says 2 silver pieces.
I was going to put it back, and then you said some bits are written in code, and now intrigue has taken over both Luca and myself. And it's probably, I have a bad feeling it's the kind of book that you don't want anyone to know you're reading, but like, he's like, no, wait, it's because of the mystery. Yeah, sure, fuck it. I'm gonna get it. We'll see
Amazing.
what this guy's deal was.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, that is 2 silver pieces.
Wraith will wander up to the counter
Mhm.
and ask the Furbolg. I find my pack rather weighty these days. Would you be interested in purchasing this? And Wraith will slide the Knower and the Artificer, a theoretical approach to the school of artificing across the table.
Yes, cool. Remind me, is that the one where if you read it, you get like Tinkerer's tools or something? You can choose a tool.
This one is choosing
Yep.
a artisan tool.
Nice. Yeah, they'll pick it up and they'll have a look.
It's got a high DC. It's a very technical book.
Yeah. Yes, this seems interesting. Let me think. It seems to be in good condition. I mean, I'll give you a gold for it.
I was hoping more for 3.
It isn't quite worth 3. I could maybe go a little bit higher. Roll a persuasion check for me.
It's leather bound and everything.
Special
Yes,
edition.
It's so disappointing that I'm exhausted. What's my charisma? Five.
They're kind of like, to be honest, 1 gold I may not make back, so 1 is the best I can do.
I might keep hold of it for a while then, but thank you for your time.
Okay, not a problem.
It was a 4 and a 20.
Oh. Can I go up to the guy and say, "Hi, I was just wondering, have you do you know anything about this book? And can I pull out Radra's book?"
Yeah. Do they know anything about Rager's book? Ooh, that's fine. Braynon. They know anything about Rager's book. I think they look at it, and is it your own copy that Toki's like read? Would you say that you've sort of like annotated it and stuff? Like,
Does Toki write in the bindings?
He hasn't annotated it, but it is signed.
it is signed, isn't it?
Oh.
But I
Yes.
think Toki doesn't open it. I think
No,
Toki's
I
like,
think.
Tony.
Do you hand it over, or is it sort of just holding it up, be like, do you know what this book's about?
Um, I don't know that Toki would think. I was
Mm,
like, I just want to know what he thinks of it. But I feel like Toki, if the guy went to take it, I feel like Toki
yeah,
would
probably
hand
holds
it
out
over.
their hand,
Yeah.
and says, "Okay, I have heard of this book before, yes." And then flicks through and says, "Oh, it's signed."
Oh, is
Okay.
it now? Wraith will peer over the dog.
Opens, shows you, says, "Yes, from Professor Rager." Where did you get this?
Just, around on the trail, secondhand
Okay.
book stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it looks
It's
well
up.
read for sure.
Check. I'm not gonna call Toki out, but I want to know if I think it was a lie. That is a 23.
Oh,
What's the plus? Hang on.
was that
Yeah,
a little
23.
advantage because you're tired?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That is a 19.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was absolutely a lie.
Thank you.
Oh.
But yes, as well. I mean, yeah, and kind of, is just has been handing the book back to Wraith that she doesn't want to sell. Says, I mean, if you're looking to sell, the best I can do is a trade, but
Yeah,
I
no,
do.
I just heard that it was like, poorly reviewed. I just wondered your opinion on it.
Oh, well, I mean, it's sort of just funny, I guess. I suppose I've not really read it myself, but I've read what other people have written about the book. Um, just, very poorly researched from what I hear, and outlandish theories. Like, I mean, delusional at some point in kind of the what he claims and is trying to say.
Wraith
Yep,
le-
that's what I've
lean
heard.
over and read the title.
Yeah, God, Chloe, what's it called? I've got the
With
books
the
up for me.
influence of Azra, aberrations and abnormality within Rift Horizons.
Could you copy and paste that to the chat,
I
please?
will.
And who is
I've
it
got
by?
it open.
It's by Professor Ellis Radra, and I will also do that for you.
Thank you.
I've got the like blurb if you want it. Ah, nailed it. Cool. Not me doing like the MLA citation. Um, yeah.
Yeah, Tuggy will take the book back. Yeah, no, yeah, just wanted to know popular thought on it. But thank you. Then we'll make a quick exit.
Well, we'll kind of be like, oh, I mean, if you like the book, that's fine. I'm sorry. And as you kind of, if you just leave, we'll
I'm
look
done.
to Wraith and be like, I did not mean to offend your friend.
Oh, he's very sensitive. Uh, Rafe will follow after Toki.
Anyone else in the bookshop, or we all
I
leaving?
suppose we're all making a swift exit by the sounds of it.
Sorry, guys.
Do they have any smart books in here?
Probably, yeah. Let's have a look. I feel like I saw a romance section. Yeah, roll D4 for me.
D4. 1.
You find a book called A Short Essay on the Subject of Marine Life, which you're like, this shouldn't be in the smart section, and then you pull it out, intrigued by the title, and just on the front is a humanoid fish with human anatomy.
Fuck. Fine, I'll buy that shit. It's fine.
Nice. Yeah, that's 3 silver.
Done.
It's quite long. Like,
I'm looking
it's
forward
like
to it.
500 pages.
Shit, let's
It's
fucking
quite a
go.
short essay.
Yeah.
Could you write that in the chat, please?
Yeah, cool.
It's critical information for me.
Outside, Wraith will stop and wait for the others with Toki, and she's like, my Toki, such a swift exit on a book. Where did you pick it up?
I got it at the book launch. That's where I met Xana.
Ah,
She was playing.
ah. One of your professors, then?
No, a friend of Delina's. He recommended I go.
I
He was a nice
understand.
man, though. He seemed interesting. I've since
Interesting
learnt
how?
clearly not. The things he suggests about Ezra. I mean, it is radical, but it's interesting. At least I thought so. Everyone else seems to think it's a joke.
Why do they think it's a joke?
I mean, he suggests new domains for a saint. It's not really done. And guy in there said it was what?
Bring that story.
Guy in there said it was poorly researched, but at the time it just seemed like everyone was angry about the whole thing.
People don't tend to like change, or at least changes of opinion.
No, that's what I thought, but now I don't know.
Maybe Az will be the next saint to travel around the world researching.
Hmm. I don't know. Cecilia's already tricked us once with that.
Yes, there was a lot going on with her. I don't like that there were familiarities between the base and what she was researching.
No. Who knows? Maybe Azra will come in handy if everyone else is researching rifts.
true. Don't suppose they did much research into Azure at the base.
Didn't see. Would I have seen any of her symbols actually, Lauren? Before I say I didn't see any of them.
To be fair, I didn't point anything out, but you might have actually.
Mm.
It, yeah, nothing like you probably if you saw La Grietta's logo, it might
Mhm.
have taken on elements of Azur's three triangles in a sort of reference.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's gonna
No, don't hit him.
he's all gone wonky. Wicked. Sorry, has that conversation ended?
I think
I
it
couldn't
kind of
So
tell.
yeah.
But okay, cool. I'll say about now it's getting to 7:30, let's say. The mushrooms have faded to kind of like a low light, basically. They seem to be sort of more than anything pinpricks of starlight on the wall is what they appear to be. And kind of other street lamps basically have come on in the darkness, lighting these caves.
Wrath is reading his smart book to Fenrir.
Brilliant.
Allowed?
Would you like to ad lib?
No, because
A
I'm a
section?
terrible
Yes.
writer. I am not a fic writer like some of you. I
You
cannot
could
do this.
You could do. Don't have to do the prose, but just the general in this chapter.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Give me 5 minutes. I'll
Yeah,
pick something
excellent. We'll
up.
come back. Yeah. But yes. Otherwise, what are you doing? Are you heading back to the inn? What's the situation?
Bucky's quite happy to head back to the inn if everyone else is.
Ooh, Broods, you head back to the telescope. And yeah, as you get in, the landlady will kind of wave you over Toki, and say, "Oh, Amara, she left about 10 minutes ago. Said that the elders will meet you tonight, at 11 p.m. If you go up to did you see the observatory as you came in on the level, the entry level, huge
Yes,
building?
yeah, we passed it.
If you go up there, Omara will meet you just shortly before 11, and you can talk with them.
Okay, great, thank you.
Of course, your friends are welcome as well, just in case you were wondering.
Excellent, thanks. I will go and relay that to everyone.
Oh, you mean you can't go to bed yet?
You are more than welcome to go to bed, Ray.
It takes a long rest to get rid of exhaustion, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay, so we're all going.
Mhm.
Can I just ask? You know, I love you all. This is very, very important to me. Please do not call me Professor to the druids or make any kind of jokes about anything.
Of
Okay.
course, Toki.
Thank you.
Could we get them
Time
out
check.
now? Do you mind?
Yeah,
Yeah, we've got 3 hours.
Okay, yeah.
What's the worst that could happen if we did say Professor?
I just think that if you call me professor and then they're like, "Oh, you're a professor," and then I'm like, "No," I just think it sets a bad example. I just think it gives a bad first impression.
Have you practiced what you're going to say to them, Toki? Because it sounds like they're quite important.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Luca's like, "Are you nervous?" I would be nervous.
Like, he's like a
I think
little
it's like,
bit.
you don't seem stressed enough. We need to amp that up right now.
Yeah, I kind of know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna wing it probably. I've got my research. I know what I'm doing. And then we'll sit down and pull open a notebook.
Do you need to practice? Do you need to practice? Because we can all listen
I
if
mean,
you need
it's
to
not like
practice
I'm not
it.
going to do a presentation. I was just going to walk in there and be like,
Well,
hey, should I have prepared a
okay.
presentation?
I don't know. They seem important.
I mean, do you know what you're going to say when you ask them to scry on someone for you?
No, I'm just gonna let you do your thing, and then I'll be able to judge the vibe,
You'll
and then I'll
you'll
just go from
piggyback on
there.
that, yeah.
Yeah, just be like, by the way.
Sorry, Wraith, you were gonna say something.
Wraith puts her
Wraith's
head in
reading
her arm.
smart in the corner.
Don't mind me.
Pomeranian.
In fact,
Oh,
Wraith's
brilliant.
gonna just lean her head on Rat's shoulder and close her
Oh,
eyes.
brilliant.
Sent to sleep with the sweet sound of smut. Let's go.
I don't think you're
Bedtime
actively reading at this
story.
point.
I think he is.
I think
No,
Okay.
I think he's been reading it the
Chapter
whole
4,
time.
let's go.
Oh, okay.
Let's get spicy.
Doesn't
Full of
say
a
yet.
bit of
Reader.
everything. I'd love a picture of Wrath reading smart to a Pomeranian.
With an X. No, he doesn't have the hood. It's just a black beret.
Yeah, you didn't buy the hood with his pouch.
His pouch of 20 gold pieces in it.
That's probably
Very
weighing
big
down a Pomeranian.
Remember's like, I'm strong.
He is. He's a strong
Got
boy.
a thick neck.
It's fucking dench Pomeranian.
Yeah. He's like, I work out. Amazing. If no one has any specific things they would like to do in the so yeah, how long is it? It's 3 hours until you need to sort of set off. I will skip some time. Yeah.
Could I open the book that Wraith has given me on the being contacted by saints? I've already forgot
Yeah,
what it
of
is.
The visitors. I remember it starting.
Yeah. And I don't want a proper visions of a saint.
Still building, will it?
I don't want to like proper read it, but can I just like flick through it
Him.
and yeah, and just kind of be like, what's the vibe? What are the things that kind of everyone who's had a message says they experienced?
Hmm.
And how closely does that align with my own
Yeah, cool.
experiences?
Please.
Maybe a terrible thing to do before I go talk to the druids, but
Could you roll an investigation check after 3 hours doing this?
sorry, you cut out. Investigation.
Investigation at advantage, please.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I need that.
It's a low DC.
It's 12.
Okay, you need a 10.
Okay.
So, because you're spending 3 hours doing it, and I'll say as you read through it, some saints are more like talkative than others. I mean, you know this, you know that people don't really get a reply from Goldwyn, whereas like Corwin is quite chatty, and it's never sort of a direct conversation. It's very much like vibes. Like you'll get a series of images that you can then interpret yourself. With some saints, people say, like paladins and monks, with certain saints, clerics, if there's a stronger bond there, if someone's worshipped someone their entire life, the meaning is much more clear. Like for example, your dream, you kind of have maybe in the front of your mind as you're reading this. You kind of took that to mean like go west because you kind of saw a sword and the shadow pointing in a westerly direction. Some people who say they have a very close bond with like I don't know. I was gonna say Bella, but that doesn't feel right. Damien. You know, if Daniel's telling them something to go in a certain direction, it might actually be like on a map pinpointed or a compass pointing north, sort of thing. Like less room for interpretation there. You, I think, you probably do. You flick through the Galen section, and Galen is a saint who isn't that chatty. Doesn't traditionally.
Don't I know it?
Yeah, doesn't really talk to anyone, which I mean to be fair, why all your life hasn't raised any red flags for you.
Yeah.
But I think what do I want to say? to be fair, this book, I think that's kind of the detail it goes into.
Mhm.
I think you are kind of like, I could probably do more specific research into this, but it's not in this book. If I wanted to find out more exactly of like actual written accounts of like other people who Galen has spoken to, sort of
Mhm.
thing. If Toki hasn't kind of done that already.
I think
Um,
Toki as a
yeah,
child probably did that quite a lot, and he's
I
like,
think
I
so.
vaguely remember.
Yeah, he's on the forums,
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
he's on Reddit.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like subreddit, Galen subreddit. Yeah. Yeah. Was there anything kind of else specifically that you were sort of that I've not answered in my spiel?
No, that was perfect,
Perfect.
really. Yeah, no, he just was like, not gonna read it, just gonna flick through,
Mm,
um,
yeah,
and just see what the key takeaways are.
yeah,
Which,
yeah.
like, again, he studies it. I'm sure
Yes.
he knows.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, it talks about, like the possession that saints can do
Mhm.
where they like will expend a lot of their arcane or celestial power to like actually possess someone. Um, but yeah, talks about that as well. And how some saints are more practical,
Cool.
like Unalma,
Mhm. Thank you.
of course. Are we ready to skip ahead 3 hours? Head off to the observatory?
April, how's your smut going?
I'm a,
Yes, April.
I'm not there yet, but it's in progress.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to pay
Perfect.
attention, then simultaneously
Mate,
writing a smut blurb. It's very chaotic right now for
dude,
me.
that's absolutely fine. Like,
It's
You take
coming.
your
no
I
time.
deadline.
promise.
Yeah, no deadline. Um, I will say though, as you start heading off, April,
Of course. Oh lord.
Wrath, you start feeling not that fucking well.
Oh shit.
Could you
Oh,
please roll me a D100?
You about to trip the fuck out. Let's go. Oh, 51? Yeah, 51.
51. Um,
Toki being like, guys, I really need you guys to be serious. This I've been building up to, and
Rat's
Raph
gonna be
starts
tripping out.
tripping the fuck out as we walk to the druid.
6 professors of persons appear in front of me.
um, yeah, cool. You start to feel not great, and I think roll me a perception check.
I was about to roll a perception check on a D100. That's not right. Oh, natural 3 for a something low. 5.
Nice. Yeah, you start to feel not excellent, but you're like, won't worry about it. Be alright.
It's fine.
And yeah, you keep walking, following Toki. Eventually you all enter the kind of open air again. And it's bitterly cold out here. Like the sun has long set. You are so high up in the mountains. You're not at like the peak of the Sierra Trethis, but it's close to it. Um, and huddled in sort of like a thick woolen jumper, sleeves pulled down over her arms, is Omara, who's kind of leaning against one of the walls, and she comes up to you and says, um, "Okay, I mean, I'm glad you got the message. The elders are gathering. They kind of meet fairly consistently, and there's a slot on the agenda, as it were, for you. Before we go, how much do you know about the circle, the elders? It's not it's not that you're going to offend anyone. There's no sort of customs or manners or niceties, but just I don't want you going in blind.
Yeah, not loads. I've just realised I don't know how many elders there are or what their names are or anything.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. So there are 5 elders.
Okay.
Pia, Marisha, Adan, Tasio, Olayaya. Who I'll put in the chat.
Thank you.
And they each kind of the circle we have any patterns. We look for secrets in the cosmos. Read the future, read the past and the present. Um, Keep knowledge. And each elder is expert, I'll say, in a certain field. Pia, they are the person who most likely will have the answer to your questions about astronomical events. That's their specialty. Um, we're going to go up to the grove. That's what we call where they meet. Kind of well, you'll see. Just it's quite big and there's some magic going on there, but you're familiar, so it shouldn't be too alarming. But yeah, just I mean, you know, and kind of shoots the twins a little look and says, just be polite. And yeah, they're. I mean, Pia's cool. They're cool. So
I have been nothing but charming to Amara up until this point.
We will be. Thank you for warning us.
okay. Um, so I've introduced you as I suppose an ally to the circle. Not quite friend, though we're friendly. But you've done us a favor, and a favor is owed. Um, yeah, they haven't told me much about really what they've going to tell you, but okay. And does like a very
Great, thank
big,
you.
wide grin.
You seem nervous. Are you?
I'm
Is this
fine.
normal?
Yes, no, I'm fine. Just and like shakes her hands out. Just a little bit of
Okay,
energy, trying to keep
cool.
warm.
That's fine. Yeah, cold.
Cool.
Okay,
And
let's go.
yeah, and Omara will lead you through to the Grove, which kind of presents as a kind of almost like amphitheater or like the Minack Theatre, just sort of
Ooh.
open stone carved seats, huge, but only the kind of bottom layer is filled with the five elders. They appear to have been talking to a few other people who leave as you enter, and as you look up, you see like impossibly large the night sky above you. Like you can see way more of it than you should be able to see, and at the same time, it's magnified but also zoomed out. And you see one of the elders, wearing kind of a dark robe, raises their hand and adjusts the night sky, and it almost seems to pivot and turn. Um, and as you go down, the same one will kind of nod and gesture for you to take some seats. Um, and another druid with kind of a don't know elf, sure, with like an elderly elf, with long kind of grey hair, um, will smile and say, "Welcome to Montalejo, to the Grove. My name is Pia Estrellas. It's a pleasure to meet you. Toki, I assume?
Thank you. Yeah, Toki Flitzen. Thank you for seeing me. These are
Of
my
course,
friends. I hope you don't mind that I brought them.
not a problem at all. Wave.
I will
Um,
introduce everyone.
of course, yeah. Um, and yeah, Pia gestures for you to sit and says, Amara has told us the favor you have done. And we would like to, before we get into things, thank you for putting yourselves in what I understand to be some harm's way, to investigate this base for us. Um, we appreciate it and will not forget.
Of course, I hope the information was helpful.
It was more questions than answers, but we did not know much before and resisted our magical attempts at divining what they are doing there. So, how may we repay the favor?
Yes. Okay, so I am with the University of St. Amto in Machine, and I've been looking into an event that I think you could probably tell me about. I'm sure you are well aware, of course, my laptop chooses to be really slow at this exact moment, of a full solar eclipse that took place in 1017. That was visible from Caldetta and Vicaria. I believe there was also a meteor shower that coincided with it across southern Caldetta. I'm just trying to find more information about it. I found references to it in some writings from the time. And I was just wondering if you guys knew about it, remembered about it, if you made records at the time, could tell me anything new.
Yes, Omara had given some indication, and we have looked through our records. We, yes, have found evidence of this. And they'll look to that same druid that had adjusted the stars before, and they'll reach up their hand and kind of seem to pull. And the sky will change to the day. The stars will disappear. It's a cloudless day. The sun in the sky, and then that druid will kind of wave their hand, and you'll see the moon Arkansas will begin to cover the sun. And then as things darken, you see in the sky flecks of light falling across the sky. And the Pia will say, yes, the you're right. The solar eclipse was seen partial across most of Lepari. Some of the wisps reported it as well. But in Caldetta and in Vacaria, it was a full solar eclipse. The lights in the sky, the meteors, they were only visible in some parts of Vacaria, but mostly in southern Caldetta. You may know already, people took this as a herald of Unalma. The meteor shower fell through what is now known to be the Witch constellation. Yeah, we can confirm that this did happen on that date in that year.
Did anything strange happen around? Were there any reported, goings on because of it?
Roll an insight check.
Oh no. That is a natural 2 for a 4.
The druids. I mean, you see Pia look at the druids beside them, and hesitate. Up to Toki what that may mean. And
Definitely means
say,
I'm insane. I'm wasting their time.
and say, nothing that we are able to share with you.
Oh,
Okay. It's druid business?
Yeah, Pia kind of chuckles at that and says, it is deep knowledge that the circle has kept on record. Only a handful of groups such as ours know of it, and it is not widely known or shared. You have done us a favor, but there is not enough trust between us for us to tell you more.
Okay, I can understand that. I came to be set on this path from a friend of mine who shared a song with me that seems to make reference to these facts. That's how I found out about the meteor shower, the eclipse. Have you heard of it? Is it to do with this? And
Does it?
I will
Mm.
I carry around the
Yeah.
song written down on a scrap of paper in my
Yeah.
notebook.
Yeah.
I have it to hand
Love it.
so quickly, but I will slide it
Love
over to Pia.
Yeah. Pia will kind of read and sort of sigh and pass to the other members of the circle. Um, where did you where did you hear this?
I heard it in Clongowes in Basmore. A young woman sang it at a it was at a book launch of all things. But no one I've ever spoken to has heard it. She isn't here to tell me where it's from. And we didn't anyway. I've never found any record of it. But it seems like you all might know what it means.
I would have been very surprised indeed if you had found a record of this. This is Link is a well a fragment of a tale of what happened the night the meteors were sighted.
Okay. And the I actually don't know what the song. And
Ah, yeah.
the the soul it makes reference to, the man in eternal sleep.
Mm.
It's about him.
I don't have the song. I can't.
Do you want me to post?
Yeah,
Do you want
that's
me
the
to?
reason on my.
I've got it as well.
I will put it in the chat.
Mm. Yes, he is the subject of the song. Um, as I say, only a fragment, the ending of a much larger tale. It's not my place to speak of the people who guard this knowledge, um, but I will say that I am surprised that not only that you heard it, that you did not hear the complete tale.
Do you know the complete tale?
I don't, but I could find it. But more so than the knowledge I spoke of before, it does not belong to us for us to share.
Could you put me in touch with the people who it does? And they can decide if they want to share it with me?
I had believed that they did not exist anymore.
They don't exist anymore, then what's the harm in sharing their knowledge?
Maybe they do not exist, so the knowledge did not be shared.
But you know something.
I know that the last this group of people was heard of was the night the meteors fell,
And you
and
have no idea.
some survivors told this song, this tale, as a way to record the history.
Survivors from the group or survivors like bystanders?
From the group.
From the group. So someone
But
must. If they survived, then
they were dispersed. I do not know too much about them, but their mission, their order, whatever their purpose was lost. Um, and only fragments of their history remained.
I mean, because I study Saint. The
Mm.
song to me is about Santa Galen.
It would appear so.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, I know they didn't confirm or deny, but disadvantage. 16.
Yeah, it would appear so. That phrase, trustworthy.
Galen had been dead 54 years at this point.
And
He
yet,
never travelled to Caudetta.
suppose that is what the legends tell us. But sometimes there are conflicts, as you see here. So I
Hmm.
suppose, do you trust the books and the things written down and what is accepted, or do you trust a fragment of the end of a song from thousands of years ago, told secondhand about the people who no longer exist?
I trust that one.
They
And
count
I
as
just
much.
want to know more.
I understand. We have discussed this prior to our meeting, and I can see that this comes from a place of knowledge and curiosity for you. If you would be willing, there's a opportunity for you to prove yourself as a friend of the circle. And friends of the circle, we would trust enough to share knowledge with.
Of course, anything you want.
Are you familiar with the Estiva solstice?
Yes. Ruckus de Gur.
Yes. We have foretold that an opportunity will arise for you and your friends to prove yourselves worthy, uh, depending on your actions during the solstice. We will be able to judge if you're worthy of holding this knowledge or not.
What actions?
Part of it is it would influence your actions if you knew going in. But if you are open to it during the longest day, an enemy of ours will make themselves known to you.
Okay. Do you know where we're going to be on the solstice? Because I don't think we do.
Uh, we cannot see that. Just that your paths will collide.
In a month and a bit time.
Yes. The celestial nature of the date shines some light on it, but not as much as we would wish.
Okay. Well, if they're an enemy of yours, then I'm sure they're an enemy of ours too.
We would hope so, but you never know. People's motivations can be different.
Hmm. You can't give us any more information?
I know it is vague, but the nature of such things is that it must be.
Do all the circles of druids within Caldetta get along?
Sorry, are you asking this out loud as Rafe? Just like out of nowhere? Or is this you asking me the DM?
It's me asking you, the DM.
Yeah. You talked a little bit about the Druids. They do. They don't like war, but they each have very different. Not very different. They all want to protect Caldetta and are motivated by the protection of nature. Um, they're sort of like I don't know, like duchies within a kingdom. Is kind of the best comparison I've got in that they are like a little government in of themselves, but serve the wider government, which is Caldetta. But like the Circle of Spores protects and understands Caldetta in a different way to like the Circle of Shepherds, for example. But they each have their own sort of like area of Caldetta that they protect or are based in. And usually it's where like their power is strongest. So like in a tall mountain range with a clear open sky for the Circle of Stars,
Makes sense.
in a thick dense forest for the Circle of, I think, the Land, I think, is based there.
Thank you.
Of course.
Have you? I found in doing my research, I found a theory posed in the last half century from someone named Saba Rostami about this event in 1017 as a portal for other worldly beings. But I haven't been able to find. I found reference to it in another book. I haven't been able to find a copy of Rostami's theory anywhere. And a couple of bookseller that I asked couldn't even find record that it existed. Do you know anything about this?
We have seen things like this happen before, where certain people who are pulling at certain threads are removed from the canon of ideas.
Hmm. Just the canon of ideas or life as well?
It depends how much of a struggle they put up. If
Hmm.
uh, if someone goes quietly, maybe they are just disgraced and their works frowned upon, um, ridiculed. If they persist, we have seen before more violent means of removing them from history.
But if you know the truth, why would you just sit back and let that happen?
We don't interfere outside of our realm, our sphere of influence. Um, we aren't the one removing these ideas. And to make ourselves known as, well, first of all, you assume we have the power to interfere. Um, but to make ourselves known to those who are ordering this done, performing it, would be dangerous. And the knowledge that we have and those we protect are worth more than the ideas that are being swept away.
Okay. Annie Nelma, was there a reason that this was seen as a portent for her ascension other than that it passed through her constellation? What would become her constellation?
No, it's the conclusion that many have drawn. Maybe they
Hmm.
are right, maybe it was both. But from what we have observed and understand, and kind of that other druid who was controlling the sky kind of now zooms in on the figure of the witch, but missing one key star that would flare into life as Unalma is martyred. Um, you see those meteors streaming through it. Um, Coincidence, from what we understand, but you know, things can be mean many things at once.
Hmm. Okay. So you can't tell me anything more, but on Ruckus to Gur, you want us to help you in some way, and you'll just know that we've helped
We,
you. Do you need proof?
we will know.
And what, we come back here?
We'll contact you, um, depending on how things are left.
Okay. Well, I suppose, is there anything else you can tell me before then?
Just that a warning to be careful. You've seen what has happened to previous academics who have gone in a similar road, and you do not strike me, for better or worse, as someone who would go quietly should you find the
Hmm.
answer you are seeking. You have a curious and inquisitive mind, which I admire, do not misunderstand, and your beliefs and foundations of public knowledge is admirable, but I would not lose yourself in this quest you seem to be on.
Thank you for your advice.
Took is like, I ignore
Like, he's like, what though?
it. Oh, no.
Okay. Well, it's nice to know I'm not crazy. So,
Not at all.
thank you for your help. I
Of
think my
course.
friend Luca had something he wanted to ask.
Oh no. Um, Luke has been like seated politely, and now he's gonna get up very awkwardly. Um, uh, um, it seems I wanted to ask you for something, but it seems like this is maybe a you're big on kind of mutual exchange, so I understand if maybe we haven't done anything to warrant this. I was looking. I'm looking for my brothers, and I got told that you might be able to assist with scrying. Um, and it would be amazing if you're able to help. But also, you don't seem to trust us very much, and we have this a whole solstice thing now to deal with. So if I have to wait for that, that's also fine.
This we can help with. And
Okay.
we'll gesture. And another druid, this one wearing green, um, comes forwards and says, "My name is Adan, um, and we trust you enough for this. We apologize that we have not been able to help in the way you have wanted, so we are glad to be able to repay this favor at least." Um, and they pull out kind of from their robe, don't know where they were keeping it, like a crystal orb, um, which sort of hovers, and within it you can kind of see twinkling of stars. Who are you looking for exactly? Any information you have will help. Um, there's a chance it may not work, but I'll try my best.
Okay. I'm looking for my oldest brother, Matteo Accolti.
Mm.
I believe that I believe he's in Petrain. I think he's in Melaton, but uh, I'm not. I hope. I'm not entirely sure. Um, I don't have anything of his, I'm
Mm.
afraid. But I don't know what you need from me. I can picture him quite clearly, if that helps.
I was going to ask, do you have would you mind if I looked into your mind briefly to
Mm,
see him?
go for it.
Okay. And the orb will kind of light up, and within it, you can see clearly your brother. Did you want to describe Mateo?
I can describe Matteo. He watch me go absolutely blank of what my brother looks like. Um, he is quite tall, broad, dark-skinned man. He's always had long, dreadlocked, dark brown hair. Um, he's kind of, I guess, in Luca's mind, he's like, that's what a man looks like. Yeah, he's like strong jaw, um, brown eyes. Um, yeah, dresses much the same as Luca does.
Mm, nice. Um, cool. So, with this picture in the orb, Erdan will cast Scry. And you see that the ball begins to take on sort of like a ripple effect, as if water, but kind of as if the night sky itself was a body of water. The image of Matteo fades, um, and I'll ask you to roll Matteo's wisdom save.
Okay.
So just roll me a d20, um, and minus for me 7.
Oh,
Yeah, a
shit.
7.
Not a wise boy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Full brawn.
I don't trust Elijah not to be wandering April, so I'm going for my own. Elijah could be fucking anywhere, but Mateo will be in a normal location. Well, minusing 7, that's a crisp -2.
Let's
I
go.
rolled a
Let's
5.
go.
Wow, okay.
It works.
Um, incredible.
Get
So
into the boy's mind.
yeah, um, yeah, like not a fucking hope in hell of saving. Um, so give me 2 seconds just while I pull up some information. Because you see within the crystal ball, it gives you sort of like almost like a fisheye view of 10 foot of space. And before you see anything, it's like there appears to be kind of like a mist. um, and you hear like the cries of gulls, the lapping of water, and the creaking of rigging, and then the picture clears, and the orb is on a boat. There's a man just out of your view who appears to be looking into the water, but your brother is talking to a much older man. Um,
Yeah. Any ocean.
I'd like to send my letter to any boat.
Harvey. Your name's not Harvey anymore. I should change it. Here we go. Okay, I don't. Yeah, talking to an elderly man, human, um, appears to be 70s, maybe, um, and kind of leans one hand on Mateo's shoulder, the other on a walking cane. And the walking cane, in contrast to everything that this man is wearing, is very finely made. The elderly man himself is wearing not rags or anything like that, but the sort of thing that you would have worn when you were trying to make do after running away. Um, and they don't appear currently to be talking. But you see Mateo, um, his long dreads tied up in kind of a thick bun, secured with a piece of just white ribbon, holding it in place. Looks older and more worn than you remember. You've always known Mateo to like have the weight of the world on his shoulders. Always looking out for his brothers, his mother, and I think you recognize the way that he looks at this elderly man reminds you of the way that he would sometimes look at your mother. A mixture of concern and reverence, maybe. Um, he's wearing kind of similar style of clothing, a little bit better made. I'd say clothes you recognize from being in Mateo's wardrobe 2 years ago, but like worn. They're clothes that weren't made for traveling, but they have been traveled in. Um, and the pair of them stand there looking out to sea. And Mateo kind of closes his eyes and takes a breath of the sea air, um, and then shakes his head, and will say, "It makes you wonder if all of this is worth it in the end." And the Odina man says, "It is ultimately what your mother would have wanted, um, to bring honor back to the Duves name and to reclaim what was stolen, not just for pride, but for your family." Um, and at this, Mateo kind of like looks away, out to sea, and says, "Do you think he's out there somewhere?" And the old man won't reply. And yeah, Mateo says, "Uncle Terencio, do you think we will find him?" And as Terencio starts to reply, the vision kind of fades. But you hear the last whispers saying, "You must have hope. There's no reason not to."
Oh. Luke's like frantically drying his eyes.
Adon will kind of nod and just put the orb back in their massive cloak pockets.
Uh, Thank you very much. That this is a really big help.
I'm glad it could be. And if we can help, like this anymore in the future, feel free to ask.
Do you have the capacity to scry on another person? Or is that asking too much? No worries if it is.
It depends. Where they are.
This person might not be on this plane. In which case, it might not work.
Is it Jeff?
Nope.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Her name's
It is
Cecilia.
harder.
She's very likely could be in the Shadowfell. But if she's here, I would like to know where she is.
Nor was I. We can.
I just thought of doing this.
We
Sorry.
can try.
I'll describe her. We have some of her notes and we have her belongings.
Fuck you do, yeah.
So we have her possessions. I'll describe her in as much detail. If she wants to see her, Raph very reluctantly will let her start to look into his thoughts, but is like seriously against it. Yeah, he would ask of that.
Ooh. Wisdom save.
Yeah, no, I think she's going to be difficult to make fail. But and she might not even be on this plane, in which case it fails anyway.
Okay.
Jeff would be a sure
Roll.
fire failure. He isn't on this plane for sure.
Roll a d20 for me.
Is this
Add
Cecilia's
4.
save? Fuck! Come on, that one.
He's
That one.
worse.
Where is it, baby? Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, you didn't roll 20, did you?
No, I rolled high though. Dirty 20. Why did I roll high now? Why?
Celia.
But how OP is this druid? What's this druid's save saying? Is it like DC 22? Tell me, it's DC 22. It's like a level 20 arc charge druid in front of us.
Yeah, they're like, we don't get involved, true neutral, because we
Yeah.
are level 20.
Exactly.
I
It's a
think
god in disguise.
that
I'm
you
devastated
watch
this has
the
failed.
spell being cast, and there's a ripple, like there was before. And
Come on.
You see for a fraction of a heartbeat a very pale grey scale tiefling woman,
She's on this fucking plane.
just her face. And then it's almost like she locks eyes with you
Oh,
and
fuck.
closes her fist.
Yeah.
Black shadow takes over the orb. And Adan nearly drops it. And he kind of visibly looks surprised, but won't unprompted say anything more.
I was concerned she would spot the fucking scribe ball doing it. Oy, oy, oy. Well, she's on this plane. That's information. So she looked similar to how we last saw her, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, more information. Yeah, she can be quite touchy like that. I'm sorry about that.
Yes, this was felt strange.
I'm honestly surprised she didn't monologue while closing that off.
Strange in what way? Like,
It's almost like the spell failed, but she chose to show herself. As in,
oh,
the spell could not find her, but she allowed herself
oh. So what? You're implying she was on a different plane and let it work anyway?
to be something of that sort.
Oh shit! Damn, that's fucked up. She's toying with us now. Oh.
Oh, she's so powerful.
Goddamn. I respect her. That's fucking bull.
Ruff's like, damn, that's hot.
It really is. Well, thank you anyway. I appreciate it.
Of course. You see, like, Adan's brain being like, we're just gonna file that away under concerning.
Let me know if she starts squaring on you or anything.
We have things in place to
Good. I'm glad you're protected.
prevent this.
She a little fucked up, but it's okay.
Ruff's like, I probably couldn't fix her, but
No,
it was fun.
I would try.
Couldn't fix it, but fuck her.
Exactly. Yes. Sorry to darken that nice familial moment earlier.
No,
Felt
it's
it was
fine.
the
It was a
only
good
time.
shout. I'm realizing I have a long list of people I'd love to scry on, but I'm not going to keep it down here all day.
Like, and another one.
Yeah.
I'm like, can we just double check that that guy looking over the side of the boat was Elijah? Because there's a real possibility they're looking for Elijah and not me.
Yeah.
But let's move on.
For a second, I was like Galen, but then I was like, probably not on this plane. And however,
No.
they currently
Also
exist as
dead.
the same. Yeah, but if they're like their consciousness has got to exist somewhere, somehow, in some kind of entity. But it wouldn't
Big
be on this
mansion
plane.
in the sky with
Yeah,
all the other
exactly.
saints.
Who knows?
Galen's on the moon. Let's not
Yeah,
He's
okay.
on the moon, yeah,
Facts.
famously.
Fair play.
Clearly.
with the clangers.
Right, so we've got to go to the moon and scry there.
I think so.
Yeah.
Then we'll fucking track that motherfucker
What is
down.
the moon? Oh, the moon is on this plane.
Does that imply that the
Shit,
moon
true.
is on a different plane?
I don't know.
Exactly.
That
Easy,
was
big question. Big question.
shit. Druids, do you know what the moon?
Can I ask the druids if the moon is on a different plane?
Adam will consider and be like, well, I can. It is on this plane, but in a way that it is sort of separate. Not a demi-plane, but seem to exist almost in between.
Oh,
As far as I'm aware, no one has been there,
guys.
which is crazy to me, Lauren. Like, I know I wrote that, but like, teleport to the moon, guys.
No one's been to the moon?
Yeah.
You'll wait till we get
I
the
need
teleport
someone
spell.
to claim that they teleported to the
Or-
moon so we can be like, well, the moon landing was fake. That's not real.
Or they have and they
Don't
didn't
say it.
come
Yeah.
back.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh,
I bet
God.
Ilfa's got a lot of thoughts on the moon.
Yeah.
That she'd love to share with us.
File that away.
Honestly,
Things
the
to
moon.
ask
You
Gil.
will not guess where I have been. She's got a rock.
Can't wait.
Maybe that's where the Dragethans are.
Hmm.
Maybe the moon is to get an egg.
Yeah. Oh shit. Shit, the conspiracy
Oh.
theories. Oh my
Something's
god.
fucked with the moon, man. I don't trust it. And I don't know why. I just don't.
Can we add go to the moon to the list of objectives?
Yeah, of course, mate. 100%. These are objectives, man.
Have to go see Galen.
We've
Exactly.
done that.
Yeah,
But Toki's
he's up
fucking-
there. He's
Exactly.
up there. Yeah,
To
exactly.
find out if Toki is fucking
Exactly.
Galen, we've got to find Galen. And to find Galen, we
On
have to go
the
to the
moon.
fucking moon. So, the moon is kind of far away, but we'll get there. One day,
To
we'll
get in,
get the
we've got to
spells.
look for this cloverleaf glowworm and mistletoe. I feel like we could have achieved that by now, and we just doing side quests unrelated.
If you guys want, I can remove it.
Found the circle of
Who are we
stars,
collecting
so
them for?
Tick that one off.
It's
Tasha.
for
Tashi.
Tashi. They wanted them.
And they
Technically,
might give us
market
money,
Intense
so
I know.
we all need.
we've located but not found Jeff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Rip.
We're doing okay.
My
We've
husband
got
found him for
50% of
you.
all the tasks.
I feel like Jeff found this, to be honest.
I know, because he reminded him of me, and that was comforting for Jeff.
I want to throw up.
Yeah, I like
refuse.
to think that Jeff thinks that Diff is Wraith because he smells like Wraith.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah, I have found one of the twins,
That would
and therefore
explain.
that's good enough.
That would explain why he trusts them, to be honest. Like,
You're welcome.
Wrath looks away. He's not happy.
Aren't you glad my husband smells like me?
Wrath starts, like, going to hell again. Now I feel like I've got to be careful of my behaviours because of what these druids have said.
Now, 46 sessions in.
Now Wrath is like slowly puts the smart book away, feeling like they're getting judged by the druids. I'm not sure what they want from us now.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, shit.
Don't love that.
Where was this on the scry spell?
Excellent.
5 plus something. That would have been great for the fucking scry spell.
Yeah.
5 plus... Sorry, perception, did you say?
Yeah.
7.
You don't notice it for a little while, but as Adan puts his orb back into his cloak, into his robes, you glance down, and from Adan's feet is just a pool of blood spreading out.
Oh my god. Are you okay?
Excuse me?
Am I tripping? Is it me that's... There's something wrong with me, or is it something wrong with them? Now I'm
Oh.
concerned.
Brother?
God.
There's a pool from their
any of
feet?
the rest of us see a blood
From
pool?
Adan's feet. Adan's feet.
Do we see Wrath's panicked, sort of confused expression?
Dunno? Wrath?
Wrath, do I see your panicked, confused expression?
Yeah. Because he's
What's
worried.
up?
This is the guy who just scried on Cecilia, right? Yeah, he's
And it's
terrified
spreading,
at Cecilia.
and you feel like it's sticky. Like it overtakes your feet as well now.
And he's like pointing to that. And he's like, don't you see
Wrath?
that? Are you okay?
Adan looks like a bit scared, but like thrown.
The fact that he's
I
thrown
look-
Wrath is like, I did take
look
shrooms
down.
earlier.
Do we say anything? You took what?
Yeah, can the rest of us see anything?
If you're looking at where Wrath is pointing, you don't see anything other than just
Okay.
shadow.
He looks to his
Like,
sister, he's
normal
like, do you
person
see...
shadow.
And he like points. He doesn't say what it is, but it's like,
There's nothing at his feet.
oh.
His feet.
Wrath is like, I'm tripping the fuck out, okay. He's like, nothing, don't worry. That's fine.
I scrutinize my brother.
Wrath is avoiding eye contact with everyone.
Cookie believes this is some sort of trick or play. You're gonna try and rob someone. This is a distraction tactic.
Wrath just like walks behind Wraith.
He's like, he's gonna throw me on the floor again. He's like bending his knees. He's in a stance. He's not gonna be thrown on the floor.
All is in Wrath's head. It's like Toki was like behave in front of the druids, and Wrath is like, oh my fucking god, I'm tripping the fuck out. I need to fucking leave. I need to fucking go. I'm gonna ruin his reputation in front of these druids.
Could you roll another D100 for me, please?
Oh no!
You ate 3 mushrooms.
Oh god. 27. think Wrath is like
God,
starting to
can you
try to
imagine?
walk
As
away,
you
knowing what's happening.
start to walk away, you just hear from the stars themselves chanting in Infernal.
Oh my god!
And
Wrath's
it's
like,
just a
Dad.
sort of like, yeah, it sounds like your father's voice, genuinely chanting in a sort of ritualistic casting a spell type voice. And as you look down, blood is now pooling out of all of the shadows around you.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Tucky. I'm so sorry. Wrath's about to fucking lose it. If he believes that this is his fully believes.
It's very fucking realistic.
Oh,
Like, I
God.
think you've been like wrath tripping, but it is very real.
Wrath like fully falls to like his knees. It's like holding his head. It's like no, 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 stop, 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 no,
Right.
no, no,
Wrath?
no, no,
Wraith
no,
would try to like catch him as he goes down.
Wrath?
and he's like rocking back and forth and is just screaming.
Brother, there's no one there. Ika.
He's not
Brother,
responsive.
scry?
If the chanting is still happening and it sounds like it's that, he's not responding.
Yeah.
I've got my hands around his ribs and I'm like kneeling in front of him.
I think he casts invisibility on himself and runs. He's fucking terrified. This is what he's been scared of for years. And he thinks it's happening
He ditches
now.
me. Ditches me.
Oh shit. Oh no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Sorry. He like, oh fuck, no, no. Okay, shit. Oh my god,
It's like,
he's
that's
panicking.
it. See you, sis.
Oh my god. Okay, he grabs her and is like, we've got to fucking. Okay, he probably casts invisibility on himself first. Runs, comes back, thinking about it. Grabs her, is like, we've got to go. Dad's here. We've got to go. We've got to go. We've got to go now. And just like
What?
rips her away and just starts running.
I've run with him, but I look back sort of panicked at like Toki.
Pia is like, oh,
Did
Jake
he
is-
say Dad's back?
He said Dad
Yeah.
was here. Yeah.
It sounded like it, which doesn't bode well. But I don't know about you guys. I can't hear anything.
As
I
we're
can't
running,
see anything.
Can you hear him? He's
As
here. He's
I-
here. I can hear him. He's in my head. He's in my head. I can hear him.
he's
I don't know.
always in your head. He's always in
No,
your head. I
but
can't
it's out
hear him.
loud too. And
I
he's
can't
chanting.
hear him.
Ah.
I can't hear him, Mika. I'm gently trying to like. I've got my hand now around his hand where he's holding me. I'm like trying to slow us a little bit to try and understand.
As your sister slows you, could you roll another D100?
Oh
for me?
my lord, it's
Um,
getting
I
worse, bro.
Would personally like to pray that you get 49.
Why?
Turns into a frog.
I rolled a flat 60.
Oh, boring.
No.
You want me to roll
What would
again
it
for a
be?
49?
No, mate, this works so thematically well.
Oh my god, bro, Raph
was
is gonna
49?
fucking
Up
die of a heart attack.
At your sister, who is saying that she can't hear anything, Dad's not here, he's just.
Sorry, cut out. I didn't hear you.
You cut
Sorry.
out there.
Cut out, Lauren.
has he been doing that? Because every now and then
Yeah.
it's quiet. Look, you know what? I don't fuck with you. They do. They're great. It's a me issue. But
It's fine.
I think at this moment, Raph drops invisibility on himself, casts invisibility on Wraith, and is just like, run, I'll distract him. Go, now, go.
before you get the chance to do that, you look at your sister and have face shrivels almost in death. As
Oh my god!
She begins to look dead and barren and mummified. And as you glance around, everyone around you looks like this spectres of the dead.
Fucking god!
Fucking crazy, man. Like,
Oh my god.
Wraith will just be like Ika and shake her head.
I mean, he just looks at you, or looks at what is left of you, and like falls to his knees and just screams, and it does not end. I'm not gonna scream because I have neighbours, but I would.
this could have been
Right.
so different. Like,
Wraith
Oh,
will drop to
shit.
her knees with him again. She'll turn back to the group, panicked, to be like, Toki, what is this?
Oh, I assumed you guys were gone.
Yeah, you
I
guys
did
are
not
I
gone.
think
thought
you
We're
were
you were
far
going.
gonna
away.
No.
say you
Yeah,
were
you're
Then
so
Mess
far
I'm
away.
away.
I'm yelling for Toki.
I think
I
he
was
like
With the
gonna.
druids, I will look at them and be like, "Thank you so much for your help. We will see you after the solstice, and I will follow my screaming friend, I guess."
Fantastic.
I was
Screaming
gonna turn
friend.
to Pia and
We're both
say,
screaming now.
"Do you know if the mushrooms here do things?" Because
Oh, I would
he
not
ate.
have eaten the mushrooms.
Oh, he ate one.
Oh,
Is it
right.
would be a big reassurance if that's why he's going crazy. Because
Well,
if it's
there.
not that,
Well, I would imagine that yes.
do you know how to fix it? Please.
Just
You've already given us
fine.
so much, but it would be
Dr-
great if you could
drink
also
a lot
fix
of
it.
water and sleep it off.
Oh.
Great.
Um.
Okay, we'll just. If you hear screaming, it's just him. We'll deal with it.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much. We're gonna be normal from now on, I promise. He will go.
I think Raph looks up to the sky, thinking his dad is like there, and he's like, I'm sorry, bring it back, please, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I shouldn't have left, I'll come back, I'll do whatever you want, I'll listen, I promise, I'm
Still
sorry.
here. I'm still here. I'm still here.
Can I cast silence on Wrath, please?
And I'm silent as well now.
Yeah.
I'll drag you out of it. I'll drag you out of the 20-foot
I
sphere.
don't
You're
think
a
I'd allow
spectre
myself to
to
be
me right
dragged.
now.
I
Like,
don't think I'd be allowed to be dragged. I would simply not be
Okay,
participating in this
well,
moment.
okay, well, you guys are just silent then. I will just, I guess, grab both of you and try to take you back to the hotel.
okay, it could have been
I
colorful frogs.
Wrath is deafened, so I don't know if. I mean, obviously, the chanting is in his head, so I don't know if that would actually stop it or not.
So then our dead corpses no longer speak, and we just start dragging him away.
Yeah, now I'm getting dragged by
Yeah,
dead corpses, whilst I think my dad is still there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay,
I
but
see
you're
Toki
not.
doing this, and I
You're
probably
not
do help.
attracting. You're not attracting lots of looks anymore.
We don't know he's seeing dead corpses. So we just know he's screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, Raph is so
You not got any
traumatized.
calming spells or anything?
We're
Cleric?
in, we're in. I tried to take you out of silence so that we could have a conversation, and you wouldn't come. We can't talk.
Ray just
Um,
looks concerned and mildly furious.
I guess I can throw a lesser restoration on him as well.
I
I
think
don't think he's gonna do much, but I'll throw it out there.
if Raph thinks he's getting dragged away by specters, it's like this has probably happened to him before, and he's just going like fucking fetal. Like,
Oh, this is breaking my heart.
Oh no.
This is not good.
bruh, I just wanted to trip out for a bit. What the fuck is this? This is fucking traumatizing.
The ones you rolled were so thematic it was stupid. Like yeah. There was one where it's
It cut
You
out.
lost
Sorry,
me
I
there.
heard you at
out
the
there,
end, and that's
sorry.
it.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back now.
Yeah, you're back.
now.
Okay, then. Yeah, it was everything becomes cute and endearing to you. Like if you roll a 50.
That could
That'd be
have gone
nice
well.
right now.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I
lovely.
mean, someone else can have some of the mushrooms, but yeah. Chloe, what like conditions does it cure?
Um, either one disease or one condition: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
As you throw this at Wrath, um, what does it look like when Toki cast less restoration, do you think?
What does it look like? It's touch, so I think so carefully because he's well aware that Wrath is freaking out, and that the silence he cast to try and not have a bunch of people come and run in and be like, "What's happening?" is also freaking him out. I think so gently, Toki kneels down on the ground next to him, like puts his hand on his shoulder, which seems like a safer body part, and I think it's like a warm yellow light engulfs him, and then like I guess I think it probably spreads. I think it like engulfs his whole body, but then it spreads just to the point where they're touching and like kind of
Mm,
seeps into his body.
I love it. Yeah. And yeah, Wrath, you see a dead rabbit coming towards you. Um, and
I think he
as he
runs
touch
away.
as as he touches you,
I'm a runner. I will face you.
Wraith is on the floor
he's
holding your
quicker than you.
fetal position at this
Yeah.
point.
Um, you are
Oh, you cut
How
out.
You
again?
cut
I'm
out
so
there.
sorry.
You are
yeah,
O.
yeah.
You are O
You're
is where
back
it cut
again.
out.
You're back again now.
You are back.
Am I?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
It's so quick. It's
So
like a
brief.
second.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good thing. It yeah, you're overcome with the feeling of a perfect summer's day. And as this warmth spreads through you, you see life begin to flow back into Toki, and your sister, and the blood recedes, and the whispers fade, and you're no longer poisoned.
See, the thing is, I don't think he thinks that's real.
Brilliant.
Because I think his dad has fucked with him like that before. I don't think he thinks it's real. If he thinks his dad was there and then it goes to this, I think. Oh, I don't know. I mean, what would Raph. Does he genuinely feel like he realised what's happened? Or.
I can't tell you what Raph thinks.
Ah!
Like you feel Toki cast a good spell on you and it ends. But what if Wrath is like genuinely triggered?
He fully is.
Then
Fully!
I think I dispel the silence as well, and I'm like, "We're here.
yeah,
It's okay." Do you feel better?
Better
Raph
than
like
no
steps
one
back
here.
from him. He's like, "This isn't real. This is not real. Stop toying with me. Stop. Stop. Get out of my head. Leave me alone. Stop. Stop
Yeah.
this now. Stop, please." And he just like
Raph,
starts going again
it's just
in
the
his head.
mushrooms. It's just the mushrooms. You're just tripping. It's all right. We're here. Look, look. And I think I'll like get his hand and I'll like put it on my face. I'm like, look, see, I'm here. Your sister's here. I'll put it on Ray's face.
I cup it to my cheek.
I think
Yeah,
Raph
you just see
casts like
mushrooms.
detect magic to try and detect an illusion.
of course, yeah. You do, and you don't detect anything.
He like reaches out
Detect
to his
my ring.
sister to like feel it, to feel her if she's actually like physically there. And if
Wraith
she's
will like
going to
cup
be.
his hands on her face or her shoulders wherever he lands them.
He like grabs her and is like holding on to her so tight, but it's still shaking. Are you real? Are you real?
I'm real. Well, that's what an illusion would say. What do you think?
I don't know what to think.
Obviously, I'm real.
Tell me something only you would know.
The first night that we got drunk. Give me a second. We were in our bedroom. I have it. No. The first night we got drunk, we were 14 and we were down by the river in our spot. I threw the bottle in the river and you said it was littering.
Oh, it's you! I'm so happy! And he like hugs her and is now like hysterically sobbing with relief. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Fucking mushrooms, Wrath. We're here to see the elders of the druids that Toki's been waiting for. Fucking mushrooms. I had a 10-minute nap.
I was maybe wrong about the mushrooms.
It's not the first time you said that either.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And as you regain control of your brother and Wrath, you regain control of your senses, I figure you probably will start to make your way back to the inn. And we will leave things there. As like an epilogue. Do you
Don't
think
take
you
drugs,
would leave in
kids.
the morning? Don't do it. Do you think you would leave in the morning and head to Alanil? It is I put 3-day journey.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Excellent.
everything we need
I'll
to.
say then, as like an epilogue, an addendum. Um, you will set off the next morning, traversing the snow-capped mountains, making your way for 3 days to Alanil. And of course, if there's anything you want to do in 3 days, reading, etc., we can. But otherwise, we'll pick up for our final session with you arriving at the gates of Alanil on the border with Rokor. I'll leave it there. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Lauren.
You.
Yes. Has anyone got any session titles? I feel like in the last 10 minutes there were loads. Like, what was it? It was like Wrath, it's just the mushrooms. Like, the God, Eleanor, you said two, and I didn't write them down because I was like, I'll remember them.
I got one from Eleanor. It
yeah.
would be a big reassurance if that's why he was going crazy.
Brilliant.
But it's quite long. I've got a curious and inquisitive individual. Do not lose yourself to this quest.
That was a good one.
Not a frog and not a frog or Pomeranian in an executioner's hood.
There was something about the Pomeranian, yeah.
I'm trying
There
to
were
think of
funny
what I
ones
said.
of when.
Yeah, there was something that was like, hopefully he'll be normal again or something.
Yeah.
Hope Eleanor said that.
Oh,
Hopefully he'll be normal now.
I said we'll be normal from
We'll
now
be
on.
normal
Be
from
normal
now
from
on.
now on,
Yeah, I
yes.
think that's the
I
one.
like that one, yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Brilliant.
And then Wrath loses his mind to
That we were
mushroom.
very much not normal.
Oh, we held it together for so long though, guys.
I'm so
did.
sorry, Toki.
It
I'm
was just
so
right at that
sorry.
last little moment.
Honestly, fine that you did it after I'd got all of the
I
information.
tried to run
Yeah.
away. I tried to fucking
And it
leave.
was just one of us, really. The rest of us were just trying to help.
They still want us to do whatever they want us to do on the solstice, so you know.
As far as I can tell, the main thing to do on the solstice is nothing or the right thing.
Yeah,
Like,
just the right thing.
Right. So, if my calculations are correct, which they are, because it's just counting to 3, you're going to get to Alanil on the 31st, and in the morning. It's like, I'll say that you sort of have like an hour's walk after waking up, and you get to Alanil like the crack of dawn or whatever.
Nice.
Excellent.
We find the square. We then do any business. We go back to the square. We finish
Find the
forging
square. We
our
do not
fucking
leave it.
bank.
We stay
We
there
Stay
for
there for 36 hours.
36 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wraith and Luke are on the journey can be finishing forging that banknote that we have never
Yeah, I
finished
mean,
forging.
let me know exactly what it says,
Yes,
and I'm gonna get you to roll a check for it as well. So
sure.
yeah, I'll say I'm gonna be a teacher. I'm not gonna check in on like what downtime stuff you've done. Just message me in the next week.
Okay.
And if you forget, you didn't do it.
I'm gonna agonize over this postcard because situation is they're on a boat. So I might check in with you guys about what the party thinks we should do about that.
Can Wrath have read his not alchemy book, the ancient runes book?
Yeah, let me know, and I'll say you've got, I don't know, 8 hours to do reading languages, like studying
Cool.
a day. So
I'll add
that's
Thank
absolutely
you.
fine. Happy for you to 8 times 3, whatever the fuck that is, 24.
24.
You have 24 hours
Oh,
that you can do in downtime.
Ooh.
What did we say it was? Will be normal from now on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. My keyboard wanna work? Yes. Will, come on, mate.
Oh, I'm almost finished this book. Let's go.
Great feeling.
April, that was excellent.
That was fucking great,
Melting.
mate.
Right, yeah.
It was
you
really
went
good.
Yeah.
all the
I thought
way.
it was shit. I was like, this
No,
is like
God.
something I anticipate
No,
happening
no,
years from
amazing.
now. I was like, bro, this is. I was not expecting to raw dog it.
It was excellent.
It was very, very good and upsetting.
The smut, April, the smut.
Yeah,
We
I
didn't
was.
even get the
My
smut.
emotional roller coaster this session. I was like Pomeranian era, fucking Fenrir. Fenrir's got money now, smut writing, and then trauma. At the end, it's fucking roller coaster. Then we scried on fucking Lucas' brother. Oh my god.
Don't even get me started.
I felt like you being like Ice Girl and Cecilia was like an April fucking classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I also
Yeah.
thought it was
Okay,
going
out
to
of
be
left
Jeff, and I was
field.
like, haha, Jeff, and then it was like,
Yeah.
oh.
And I was like, oh,
Good shout.
that's great.
About 9:30, I was like, why the fuck haven't we asked to try to see her? Because she's doing
We were
some
just trying
shady
to
shit.
erase her from our minds.
Yeah. But I was then worried that she would then hunt us more but then it's not us scrying. So I was like, these druids might be fucked. But
The druids will be fine.
they're powerful. They got lots of
There's
druids.
5 of them.
I'll be right.
And they said they were protected. I probably should have checked that before, but the more you know.
It goes without saying, doesn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Lauren, if books don't say how long they take to read, should I just take it as 50 hours?
If that's how long the other ones are, then yes.
That's how long every book
Cool,
I've read
yes.
has taken. So. Cool.
Yeah, that's on my summer. My Estiva plans are.
I actually kept going to say that, and I was like, you're living too much in Lauren's campaign.
It's what I've written in my notes app. It's my Estiva treats, I've called it. Right. Session 46, session 46, session 46. Arrive in Alano. Crazy. Quite neat and I know, that's why I did it. Don't worry. Right. Cool. Yeah, April, if you could just send me the...
Yes,
It's
recorded.
ready?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, mate.
I should be able to upload it like now. Because the
Hush,
other one I had to edit a bit because it was all kinds
God bless you.
of fucked up. But I can do this.
Oh,
now.
no. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. So we're coming back on the 31st, which is a Worcester.